Yoga tones up our bodies, reduces our stress levels, and increases our energy. But did know that yoga can also help fire up your libido and your sex life. Hello friends, welcome to Nutrizon. Sex is one of life's most delightful pleasures. It can be soft and sensual, playful and exciting, or deeply spiritual and connecting. Your yoga practice can help you prepare for and become excited about your sexual practice. Let's have a look on 9 yoga poses to improve your sex life. To improve your libido.
Lie face up with your knees bent. Use your arms to bring your knees toward your chest. Separate your knees out to the sides and hold the outer edges of your feet with your hands. If this is too much of a stretch, place your hands on the backs of your thighs. Keep your entire back on the floor and rock from side to side. Breathe deeply. Kneel with your big toes touching. Keep your knees together or spread them hip-width apart. Sit on your heels. Inhale, then exhale as you bend over from your hips and walk your hands forward on the floor. Relax your forehead onto the mat. Breathe deeply here. If you can't sit back onto your heels, place a folded blanket between your thighs and your calves. Get on your hands and knees with your knees hip-width apart and the tops of your feet on the floor. Align your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Inhale as you arch your back and look up. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe deeply. Get on your hands and knees with your knees hip-width apart and the tops of your feet on the floor. Align your knees under your hips and your wrists under your shoulders. Inhale. Then exhale as you pull your belly button toward your spine and round your back like a cat. Push away from the floor with your hands. Breathe deeply. Get on your hands and your knees. Align the front creases of your wrists with the front edge of your mat. Tuck your toes and lift your hips up toward the ceiling. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Drop your head slightly and look either at your belly or between your hands. Spread your fingers out wide. Press into the knuckles on your forefingers and thumbs to help alleviate the pressure on your wrists. If your wrists hurt, try placing a rolled towel under the heels of your hands. Inhale and exhale deeply. From a plank position, raise your hips up toward the ceiling so your body is in an inverted V shape. Put your right shin on the floor behind your hands. Your right knee should be near your right wrist, and your right foot should be near your left wrist. If your knee hurts, straighten it more. Lower your hips to the floor. Place your forearms on the floor in front of your right shin and lower your head onto your arms. Take a few deep breaths here. If your right hip stays raised, place a folded blanket under it. To deepen this stretch, walk your hands forward and lower your forehead onto the floor. You can place a yoga block under your forehead if it's uncomfortable to have it on the floor. Carefully move back to start before you repeat on the other side. Lie face up. Bend your knees and place your feet hip-width apart on the floor. Bring your feet as close to your butt as you can. Extend your arms at your sides with your palms down. Press into your feet and slowly lift your hips. Interlace your fingers under your back. Bring your shoulder blades close together by sliding one shoulder blade at a time toward the other. Take a few deep breaths here. If you have a neck injury, do not try this pose.
Lie face up with your knees bent and your feet hip-width apart on the floor. The outer edges of your feet should be parallel. Place your hands on either side of your head in front of your shoulders. Press into your hands and your feet as you lift your hips and extend your arms. Walk your feet closer to your hands to increase the back bend. Reach your chest away from your feet as you take a few deep breaths. Before you come out of this pose, tuck your chin to your chest. Do not try this pose if you have a back injury or carpal tunnel syndrome.
Lie face up with your knees bent. Extend your arms along your sides. Extend your legs toward the ceiling. Press into your palms as you lower your legs over your head. Stop if you feel any discomfort in your neck or back. Place your hands on your lower back. Raise one leg at a time up toward the ceiling. Bend your knees slightly if necessary. If this feels uncomfortable, place a few folded blankets under your shoulders for support. Breathe deeply. To come out of this pose, place your hands on the floor and slowly roll your back down onto the mat.